Hey, how's it going everybody? Burnt Brian here and welcome to another installment of Burnt Brian's Kitchen. You know, everybody's having little parties here and there. Football season, at least college football season, is about to kick back up as the NBA season winds down. And so there'll be lots of little parties, lots of gatherings, and it's always good to have a little arsenal of different kinds of appetizers, snacks, little foods that you can make to keep people entertained at your house. So today I'm going to show you how to do a really simple barbecue wrapped shrimp, and this is an excellent hit, one of my favorite appetizers. I think your guests would love it as well. Basically all you're going to need for this is some skewers. Now I'm using these really nice metal ones. You can use the wooden ones at the store. You just have to soak them in water. Or one of my favorite things to do is get like a rosemary or a thyme herb, and you want to strip it down of all the herbs, and you can actually take the big fat stem and you can let that soak in water and also use it as a skewer, and it'll add some natural flavor to the food that you have on it. So besides that, all I have is a little small bowl here with some water that we're going to rinse the shrimp off in after we deshell them and devein them. Platter to put the skewers with the shrimp on them. You can use any kind of bacon you want, but I actually chose Wright brand. It's brown sugar flavored bacon, should be awesome. And I just picked up a pound of 4150 count white shrimp, so that ought to be good. Also what you're going to need is a barbecue sauce, whichever one you want to choose. Today I'm going to be using JayBones number 13 barbecue sauce, one of his hot varieties, to make this a little bit spicier. So yeah, why don't I take you over the cutting board and show you what to start with. Okay, so the very first thing you're going to want to do is take your bacon. You don't have to worry about cross-contamination when you're cooking this. As long as you cut your bacon first and then you go to your shrimp, you can put the shrimp on the same cutting board with the bacon that you're going to be using, because it's not going to matter. You just don't want to put shrimp all on here and then put bacon or something that you're not going to use today with this meal. You want to try to always keep that stuff separate to avoid any contamination. But for today, we'll be fine. So basically, I'm cutting these, just taking the strip of bacon, cutting it directly in half. And now we move on to the shrimp. We're going to set this off to the side here. Well, it looks like I got lucky actually, because this shrimp here, while it still has the shell on, they've apparently already gone through and deveined it. Now they call it the vein. It's actually the poop track. It's where all of the feces of the shrimp normally go, and it runs along this ridge. And you use, there's a specific peeler you can use, but that's great, we can avoid it. So all you really have to do is go along. You want to grab by the legs, the little feet that are there, and just yank the shell right off. Of course, you know, and since this is going on the grill, we're going to go ahead and pull the tail off and everything. And all you do to rinse them off, or what I like to do anyway, is just take this little bowl of water, even though there's no vein, still just want to give it a good little rinse in the water and set it to the side, and it's ready to be used. Okay, so now comes the fun part. I've got all this shrimp piled here. I'm not going to use it all right now. Just want to go ahead and get it deshelled and ready. I'll probably use some in a stir-fry dish or something. But basically you want to go through and pick your best looking shrimp, the ones that, you know, maybe you might have had a couple of the tails broke off during the process. So you kind of want to try to avoid those. But then all you're going to do is take one of the shrimp and take one of these little half pieces of bacon and start around here, around the tail of the shrimp. Alright, and then all you're going to do is come around and wrap the bacon all the way around, so that what you end up with is this completely wrapped, perfect little piece of shrimp. And just set that off to the side for now. Actually, you know what? Generally what I prefer to do is, while I have it, go ahead and start skewering it up. Now the way you want to skewer this is go through the back by where the little tail area was. And you're just going to put a hole through the shrimp, through the bacon, and you want it to come out through the top part of the shrimp here, alright? And you're going to use the bacon to kind of seal over that. Alright, just like that. And run it down your skewer, so that what you end up with is this right here. It's all completely contained. Alright? And that's basically it. You just want to go through and do this with all of your best looking shrimp. Again, you just kind of want to make sure you go around and seal it all the way up. Like that. Again, nice completely sealed shrimp. Alright, so I'll be back in a few minutes and show you how they look when it's all skewered up. Alright, so now that we've got our shrimp all skewered up, we're going to take some of this. Hopefully you can see the design there. Trying to get the lighting in here a little better. This is, of course, JayBones Hot, the 13 sauce. Now this is one of his barbecue sauces. He's got a sweet one and a hot one that he sent me. I'll go over the ingredients and stuff in a few minutes when I do a review when the shrimp is done. But let me just show you. Ideally, you want to have a brush, something that you can baste this stuff with. Since I don't, I'm going to just use a big spoon here. And I'm just going to kind of come along and, you know, gently drizzle this over all of the shrimp. Covered in yummy brown sugar bacon. And this sauce smells really good. I'll tell you, it's got agave nectar in it. Again, I'm just kind of going around, wanting to make sure I get as much drizzled over as possible. I'm going to coat these things. Boy, this stuff smells so good. And go ahead and start getting a little crazy here with it. Alright, so at this point, what I'm going to do is stick this in the fridge, let it sit and kind of marinate in the sauce, and I'm going to get the grill fired up and ready to throw these on. So I'll see you back in a few minutes. Hey, welcome back everybody. Well, basically all I did was go out and put the skewers on the grill, cooked them for probably about 45 minutes, around 250 degrees, between 200 and 250 degrees, nice slow cooked, kept adjusting the levels to just kind of wanted to make sure the bacon got crisp but not burnt. And of course you reapply the barbecue sauce, and once you flip it over, kind of keep the sauces continuously flowing into your meat. But I want to get to the review portion. Now, what I'm going to start with is showing you what Jay's barbecue sauce is, the 13 sauce. Again, that's the label. It's a pretty cool artwork design on the front. The ingredients are ketchup, molasses, agave nectar, balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, garlic, Worcestershire sauce, assorted spices, salt, hot pepper flakes, black pepper, and red hot sauce. And again, I smelled this earlier and it's got just such a sweet smell. Yeah, nice little bit of a bite when you inhale, probably from the spices. Again, I don't ever try any of these things until I'm actually ready to do a review for them. Basically, just read the ingredients and try to make sure it's going to pair up well with the food that I've selected. And it sounds like it will with the brown sugar bacon and all, and what's in this one. So basically, I'm going to just give the sauce a good review. Nice big tablespoon here of this. That is a great tasting sauce. You definitely get the sweetness from the agave nectar. And the balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar is definitely present. The garlic, I get a little hint of that. Not so much of the Worcestershire sauce, but wonderful blend. Absolutely delicious tasting hot sauce. Sorry, I seem to have swallowed something down the wrong pipe. Anyway, what I did is pulled these things off the grill. There'll be a picture in the beginning. And I just reapplied some more barbecue sauce to them just a minute ago. Again, this is an amazing, wonderful little appetizer you could make if you got some friends coming over. Absolutely one of my personal favorites. Used to run it when I was doing specials at one of the restaurants I had. I would create a special appetizer like this one, and people always loved it. So let's give it a shot with this nice big old piece of shrimp bacon here. Well, that's fantastic. Absolutely, probably one of my favorite ways to eat shrimp. Wrapping it up in bacon and pouring some barbecue sauce. But hey, I'm a big barbecue fan. What can I say? I love anything that comes off the grill. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the review. I'll put a link down in the description on how you can find JayBones' barbecue sauce. Hope you liked the review. Any suggestions you have, please feel free to leave them down in the comment box or just say hello. I love interacting with you all. You can always check me out on Facebook at www.facebook.com/BurntBrian. And yeah, of course, my webpage is still coming along slowly at BurntBrian.com. But once again, thanks a lot for watching. I've got another great one coming up here soon. I'm going to be doing a review for some wonderful peanuts that Captain Salty sent me. And also going to be doing a stuffed chicken review here soon. So keep your eyes open, and as always, stay toasty, my friends.